everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Bucks.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
That shot, the three, is very volatile. On games when it's falling, you can beat anyone. But when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
2 emphatic points, Devin Booker.
And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Here's Holiday. Penny Avdia making his last shot. And that one drops for him.
Well, Holiday is one of the strongest guards in the league. He can handle the contact.
Pass to Okongwu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Randall. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any 2-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Now here's Lillard. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Avdia. A second chance effort. A putback. Okongwu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Well, when you watch Onyeka Okongwu, he's a guy who rebounds, scores, improves his game, and he's still got a lot of room to grow.
Now here is Holiday. On the wing, Booker. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
4 on the shot clock. Klingen's shot is off. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Lillard scanning the floor. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Booker. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Here's Avdia. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Avdia's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And textbook mechanics make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
Serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring up.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here is Holiday. Booker left side. This one for three. Avdia with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 4. Drives to the hoop. And stolen by Booker. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily. And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Avdia can't hit. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars.
The Trailblazers, 17.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside. And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times it passed, their seats have grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building. Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
Pass to Roy. The three, nailed from three-point land. Roy's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Here now is Dinwiddie. Still scoreless.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Henderson outside. Driving to the basket. The shot's good. Bulls got 4 points this quarter.
Well, for this team, their offense always benefits when Henderson is looking to facilitate. Has his head on a swivel.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Roy goes in. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Ivy. Picked by Randall. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Brandon Roy. Stan, you and, well, your whole family, masters of defensive coaching. So with that in mind, what makes a great defender?
Wow, that is a great question, Kevin, and a complicated one in a lot of ways. Number one, length and athletic ability really help you. Guys who can move their feet and have great length can cover up a lot of mistakes. But then there's the fundamentals, your ability to move your feet and great focus and determination.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, look, with a guy like Grant, you've got someone who can defend all 5 positions on the court. Guys like that. don't come along every day. Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams will make substitutions. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Booker. Picked by Williams. Booker looking around. The outside leaner. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Henderson outside. There's a screen by Noel. Down low. And slam dunk by Noel.
Well, clearly Henderson has strong passing instinct. He can sense where the best place is to get the ball.
Pass to Booker. From outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Booker's got 14 points. Henderson left side. Outside Roy. Going inside. And that one's good. Noel. Noel's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Roy with a clear path to the hoop. The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. That's good from Roy.
At the line for the Trailblazers.
He doesn't get the second one. Pistons trailed by 10. Pass to Thompson. Pistons passing it around. The screen from Thompson. High, arcing shot. Booker, no good. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Noel. Now Roy. He's got 6. Williams with the block.
Yeah, Williams gets at least one swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
Just 2 to shoot. There's a screen by Noel. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 16 seconds left in the first half of the game. Booker outside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. He's got 17.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, nice use of the shot fake from Ivy. He understands how to get defenders in the air.
And Ivy drops them both. Trailblazers leading by 5. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kev. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Guys, back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Picked by Randall. Here's Holiday. And the basket is good. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, at 6'4", Holiday is a bigger guard, and that really helps him in the paint.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Now here's Lillard. And here is Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Holiday. Teardrop shot. The shot off that time. Trailblazers leading by 3. And when you watch Kamara, Coach, what stands out to you the most?
Well, look, I think what stands out the most is his athletic ability and his energy. Those things he brings every night, and he gets a lot done with those. And then his skills just continue to improve. And as they do, the sky's the limit.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Basketball.
Off the inbound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Randall. Back to Booker. Booker going to work inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard outside. Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. Launches from deep. And it's Lillard missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look now for Portland.
Pistons high squad. Put your hands together.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Klingon. Pass to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, that's quick decision-making there for Ivy. He kept it and called his own number.
Roy goes in. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Detroit with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Booker. Roy from outside. Good, and Pratt gets the assist. Roy's got 9.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
The drive by Booker. And he banks in the layup. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
Pass to Henderson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Explosive in the lane. That's where Henderson's most comfortable getting his look.
And the Pistons with possession here. On the wing, Booker lets the 3 fly. Portland grabs the miss. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland out in front. They're up by 2. And
now, the Trailblazers, 41.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Portland leading Henderson with it. Driving the lane. Here's Grant. Out to Henderson. Clock at 6. Here's Roy. And Klingon pulls it down. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Booker. There's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Booker's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons. To the paint. Here's Ball. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Booker outside. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. And Sharp has it in the corner. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Pass to Booker. To the middle. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Henderson. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 1. Outside, Grant. Henderson outside. Into the lane. Taken away by Holiday. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's the screen. Booker. What a finesse finish on the lane.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
Thank you, Allen. And Randall has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 1-point game.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And here's Thompson. Oh, the dunk!
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
We've got 1:48 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Okongwu. Cleared away by Stewart. Now Dinwiddie. Now Ivy.
And Ivy just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Lillard fires. No good. Had a chance to end the run right there. Dinwiddie takes it inside. Strong move off the glass.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
Ivy outside. There's the double team with Avdia. 6 to shoot. A Great pass leads him right to the rack.
Calling for the ball and taking over. Ivy with great confidence and the game to back it up.
Lillard cleared away by Ivy.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so the Pistons take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. We're coming to you from beautiful Washington, D.C. as the Wizards prepare to take the court. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Portland right now in the middle of a road trip. Now here's Johnson. And that one's good by Porter. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Here's Okongwu. Down low. Here's Kamara. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Washington. Johnson, a wide open look. The long distance three is buried.
With every long three that Johnson makes, the league is put on notice. This rookie can shoot it.
Pass to Okongwu. Okongwu a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
And you talk about the rise of three-point shooting, Coach. Damian Lillard has been at the vanguard.
Yeah, I think what Damian Lillard has done, he's been one of the guys, one of the few guys in this league who changed what we think about three-point shooting. Because of his range, he shoots it from deeper than we're used to with most anyone else. And he shoots it off the dribble more than he shoots it off the catch. Damian Lillard's one of the guys who has changed the NBA.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
Drops in the layup for 2. 8 points for Trey Johnson.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8 Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes. Every night, playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Lillard after the basket by Washington. Launches it. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 5.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
There's a screen by Kamara. Lillard misses. Wizards leading by 6. There's a screen by Porter. Johnson attacking. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And this is how lethal Johnson can be on the attack. When he gets a lane, this young man's locked in on the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. There's a screen by Kamara. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this way.
Johnson outside. Takes the 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
This is exactly why so many were high on Johnson coming into the league, because he's a natural, tenacious scorer.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Johnson outside. Up top, Covington. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. Trey Johnson has been leading the charge for the Washington Wizards. He was a true standout at the offensive end. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Trailblazers trailed by 10. And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times had passed, their seats had grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Sharp. Hasn't made one yet. To the paint. Here's Grant. And Grant slams it home.
Well, if you're a fan of Jeremy Grant, that's what you love to see. Phenomenal throwdown.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Nice move. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Pass to Matkovic. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here's Henderson. He's defended by Koulibaly. Henderson outside. Back to Sharp. Lock at 6. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
They set the pick to the inside. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. Screen by Bol. Puts up a 3. Outside for Roy. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Washington leading now by 11. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Washington with the ball. Carrington with the ball. Still without a basket. Inside. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Lets it go from the wing. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Trailblazers trailed by 11. Coach, I know you're familiar with Caldwell Pope's game from coaching him early in his career.
Yeah, look, Kevin, and he's just continued to get better and better. And like most veteran guys, he's just gotten smarter with the experience that he has. This is a guy who plays with great energy. He's in great shape, and he is tough as heck and is not going to make many mistakes.
1:58 left here in the second. Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, the Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you, Kevin.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. 3-point game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Sarr, the screen. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Wizards lead by 10.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Anderson looking it over. Pass to Sharp. Just 4 to shoot. A baseline J. That one doesn't go. Wizards leading by 10. On the wing, Johnson. 16 points for him.
I don't care that he's a rookie. Johnson is a problem.
Outside Roy. Good on the shot. Roy's got his first basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Johnson's got the lead up to 13 now for Washington.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Lets the 3 fly, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Johnson with it. Lillard picks him up. Pass to Porter. Lays it up off the glass. Porter's got 7.
Well, it's hard defending Porter Jr. in the 2-man game. He can roll, he can pop, he can do anything as the screener.
Here's Alexander Walker. Now here's Lillard, defended by Thibault. And Thibault sends it back.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
First team foul.
Here's Johnson. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Nice show of force by Avdia at the rim, punishing the defense for giving him the opening.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Porter. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Trailblazers trailed by 16. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Okongwu a screen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Substitution for your Wizards.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Lillard. Wagner with the block.
Great timing on the rejection. Wagner using his size and length to get the stop.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Alexander Walker. Amara comes up empty down low.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Back to Johnson. And the foul called on Toumani Camara. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:15 left in the third. Carrington, that's good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Covington's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Okongwu. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Washington leading now by 23. Here's Carrington. Inside. Here's Covington. Up and in on the layup. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Avdia on the wing. Pass to Kamare. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Stolen by Avdia. And so it's Washington holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Washington's ball. Now Carrington. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
And the touch ball is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
Pass to Wagner, and that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. There's a screen by Covington. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Stolen by Roy. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Covington.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Carrington. And the 3 ball is good.
He is cold-blooded
drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Screen by Grant. Here's Sharp. Can't convert the two-handed jam. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Yeah, powerful finish from Wagner. Don't get in his way.
Shot to stop the run. Roy misses.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Good on the three-point shot. Carrington's got 10 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
On the wing, Koulibaly. And again, the turnover by the Wizards. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's Roy. Into the lane. And Sarr pulls it down.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trey Johnson.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Portland on defense. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
To the inside. Up top, Henderson. Back to Bowl. Over Sarr. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.